Hi guys, welcome back to Charmaine's Kitchen. I am very excited today to be collaborating with 5 other amazing Guyanese YouTubers who will be sharing a little bit of our 6 races food and culture with you guys. Why Guyanese is so unique is because we're made up of 6 different races. So today I'm gonna be kicking it off representing our African Guyanese, a little bit of their food and a little bit of their culture. So these are the 5 other YouTubers who will be doing the continuation representing the other 5 races from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Please remember to check them out and please show them some love because we are doing this to represent our Guyanese culture.
Hello YouTube family, I'm with Caribbean Ducks. I'll be representing one of our 6 nations of Guyana. I'm making one of our all-time favorite dish. Please remember to check me out and Caribbean Ducks and all of our collaborators on this YouTube collaboration. We're cooking all of the Guyana specials from all 6 nations. Make sure to watch us. Thank you for your support and all your kindness. We love you.
Please remember Cooking with Ash will be posting on February the 23rd and she will be representing the Europeans of Guyana. Please remember Hook and Cook Real Life will be posting on February the 24th and he will be representing the Chinese of Guyana. As you can see, the dish that he is preparing, it's the authentic Chinese fried rice, chow mein, and Chinese chicken. Nikki's family will be posting on February the 25th. Being Rocky will be posting on February the 26th. So first of all, for the Metemgee, we need some ground provision. And today I have some half-ripe plantain. I have some eddoes, also known as taro. I have sweet potatoes and I am using the white sweet potato. And I have a few pieces of cassava, also known as yuca. So now I'm gonna peel these provision up and then I will walk you guys through how I am preparing this beautiful, delicious dish that's very, very unique. So for the plantain, it's very easy to peel, especially when they're half ripe. It comes off the peel just like that. And half ripe plantain gives a very beautiful flavor in the dish. You can also use green plantain for this. So the sweet potato, this is how it is from the inside. And these ones were the sweet potato that was popular in the Caribbean or in Guyana. So that's why I am using the white sweet potato today. So the eddoes are the one that's very high in iron. And it's very tasty in this dish as well. The sweet potato is very fibrous. The plantain is rich in iron as well. So this meal combined together is a very hearty meal. And this is one that will keep you up for a whole day, no matter how busy and how hard you're working. So I like to cut all the provision into almost the same size so we can have even cooking time. Over here, we have the cassava and the plantain. And I'm gonna give all the provision a good rinse and then we will come back to put everything together. So the African Guyanese were the ones to introduce the Metemgee that I'm cooking today. Cook up rice, which is delicious and we use it for all different occasions. They were the ones to introduce yam and plantain fufu and also the beautiful kanki dish. So we have everything ready for our metem, and I'm gonna start preparing it now. We have our coconut milk freshly squeezed, and I have some beautiful pieces of gray snapper that I'm gonna fry to add right at the end of the dish. And I have a few pieces of salted fish that I'm gonna be adding to the dish, which will add some extra flavor. So come on down, guys, let's get to it. So I have just about a teaspoon of coconut oil in the pot, and I'm using a wide pot so we can see everything in this dish, because this is one that we don't want to miss out. I'm gonna add my onions and pepper, and I have 2 different color wirrie pepper, which will add amazing flavor to the dish. So we're gonna give this a little mix. And we're frying up the onions a little before we add our provision. So now we're gonna add our provision and the plantain. We're gonna give this a mix. We're gonna add some black pepper and salt. And this is one way of making the dish. I'm pretty sure there's many other different twists and unique ways of making this dish as well. I'm gonna add some salt. We can always taste as we go and add more later if we need to. And we're gonna add some thyme in here. Thyme really gives the dish a wonderful flavor. So look at all this goodness in here. It already smells like the metem when it's done, because most of the flavors are in here. And then the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the coconut milk. So one thing we have to remember, that coconut milk is very important for this dish. Water will not substitute for the flavor. So I have 2 cups of freshly grated coconut milk here. And if you don't have fresh coconut, the canned coconut milk will do as well, but the flavor wouldn't be as delicious as the freshly grated coconut. So I'm gonna add 2 more cups of coconut. That's coconut milk with water. We're gonna mix everything in. I'm gonna keep my stove on medium heat, and I'm gonna add the saltfish pieces. This would add lovely flavor to the creamy gravy in this dish. And we're gonna add our green onions. We're gonna mix this. I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna start preparing the fried fish to add to the end of the dish. Our African brothers and sisters of Guyana were well known for their handmade jewelry, such as handband, their leg bands, bead chains, and huge earrings. My gray snapper is frying up, and I have a nice big chunk here. I'm not crowding the pan because I want it to cook perfectly well. And our metem is really cooking up nicely. It needs a little bit more of cooking time. So I'm going to cover this again, and we will come back to it in a few minutes. They were also people of beautiful music. Their bongo, drums, marambas, maracas, and rattle made out of dried calabash, which is a bearing from a plant. So we're gonna make some dumpling or duff to add to our metem today. I have some flour, baking powder, some butter, and some brown sugar. I'm gonna mix all this in, and we want to separate the butter evenly into the flour, and this will add a very delicious flavor to our dumpling. I'm gonna mix this to a dough, and we're gonna drop these into our metem. From what I can remember, this makes the metem even more special. So now we're gonna add room temperature water, and we're gonna mix. And we wanna mix this to a nice firm dough. So now that I finished kneading the dough, I'm gonna make a little ball like this, and then I'm gonna roll it out about this long, and these guys are gonna really poof up and give us some nice fluffy dumpling to enjoy in that rich, creamy, delicious coconut gravy that we have from the metem. So some of their festival that they celebrated was the Kumbaya masquerade that I can still remember from my childhood days, that comes around during the Christmas season, and it was one that we look forward to. They also celebrated Kwekwe, which is the night before wedding. This was a celebration, and I remember they would sing folk song from dark to the next morning. That's what I remember growing up in my village, how they celebrated Kwekwe with beautiful folk song. That's why I love the African culture from Guyana so much, because everything about them were so unique. And a lot of the Guyanese, whether you're African, Indian, Portuguese, Chinese, or any other race, we all adopt each other culture, and that's what makes us so unique, so special, and so beautiful in our Guyanese culture. So hope you guys learned something today, a little bit of the food and a little bit of their culture, because it's one that I always enjoy. So I made 6 little dumplings, and let's see how these are gonna poof up. So we're gonna drop them into the liquid. I'm gonna make room for them. When you're cooking metem, you don't wanna leave lots and lots of gravy, just enough to go down with your provision and your dumplings. This is really smelling amazing, and it's really looking nice. The gravy is so rich, and I can see that the plantains are done cooking, and the cassava, this is one I have right here. I'm just gonna press it, and that's how soft it is. So just a little bit more for the dumpling to finish, and we're gonna have ourselves some delicious metem, one of the national dish of Guyana that I'm representing today from our African brothers and sisters. It is a very unique and delicious recipe. So our metem is done, and it looks very nice. The eddoes are soft, the duff poofed up, and the gravy looks amazing. Look at that gravy, really rich and thick with all the fresh ingredients. I'm gonna put this over into a wider dish, and then I'm gonna add the fish right on top, and we will plate up very soon and let you guys know how this tastes. So here is our beautiful Metem dish, all nicely done with the provision, lots of seasoning, some salted fish pieces inside, and some fried fish, always added to the end of the dish. Serve up a plate and taste and let you guys know how this one national dish of Guyana originated from our African Guyanese brothers and sisters. Taste tonight. So here is my beautiful plate of Metem with a delicious piece of fried fish. That's how I remember it's served. And I have my ripe plantain here, nicely done. I'm just gonna go in for a piece with the creamy, nice, delicious gravy on the bottom. Cheers, guys. That gravy is just melting away in your mouth. And the plantain is nice and sweet. That's why they add the ripe plantain. And now I'm gonna taste a piece of the sweet potato for all my sweet potato friends out there. Amazing. And I have my eddoes for my eddo friends. Cheers, guys. Everything is so tasty, so rich, and so flavorful. I have cassava, and I'm gonna eat a piece of the dumpling with that. So delicious, so rich, so creamy. And I have to dive in for a piece of this gray snapper. Amazing, amazing flavor and combination going on here. Look at that. Cheers. So I'm gonna sit down here and enjoy my plate of Metem. It's a delicious dish that fill you up. When you have a plate of this in the morning, you don't need anything else for the rest of the day. So hopefully I'll get to sleep tonight because it's a very rich and heavy dish. Followed by the next YouTuber who's gonna continue for the rest of the week will be Caribbean Ducks. Please remember to check him out. He will be posting tomorrow, Tuesday the 22nd at 11 a.m. and he's gonna continue representing the native people of Guyana. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is continuation for all the other YouTubers. So stay blessed, stay safe. I hope you guys enjoy this collaboration of the 6 races of Guyana, a little bit of food and culture. Until then, I want to say love you guys. Bye for now.